anything you want from the world, you have to first learn how to give it to yourself. That includes help, that includes love, and that includes respect. I can't even respect somebody that doesn't respect themselves. And neither can you. Can you love somebody that doesn't love themselves? No, because they won't accept it. Can I help somebody that won't help themselves? I can try, but if they won't help themselves, then they'll still end up helpless. So when it comes to leadership today, it doesn't really start with helping everybody else. It starts with helping you. You ever talk to somebody and ask them, hey, you need help? What can I do for you? And they don't even know? Like, I don't know. It's actually the truth. They don't know. They don't know themselves, so they don't know how you could even help them. So your job as a leader is to get to know you first. You get to know what you like, what you don't like, what makes you happy, what makes you sad. And then once you know you, then you know how to help you. And then once you start to help yourself, that's taking action. And action is evidence that you have what it takes to become the person that you want to be. So once you start to see some evidence that you could do this, you get momentum, then you start to respect yourself because you're doing it, right? And then once you have that self-respect, then you could love yourself because you only love somebody that you respect. Think about it. You ever go on one date with one person, you think you could live with them for the rest of your life? You don't even know them. They're a stranger. Stranger equals what? Danger? You ever heard that saying? Strangers are a threat. So if you don't know you, then you're a threat to you. That's maybe why some of you don't like to be alone, because it gets a little scary, right? So we get on our phones or we call somebody. We do whatever we can not to think about how we're feeling because we're scared of our feelings. We're scared of us. We're strangers, stranger to danger. We're a threat to ourselves. Lies are a threat to the truth. So if you don't know you, you start to lie to you and you start to assume things about you, but you don't even know. You're a human being. You're full of potential, but you've put all these labels and limits on yourself. That's disrespect if you ask me. You disrespect yourself every single day. But once you know who you are and you know how to help you, then you can start helping you, and then you can earn respect through the help that you've given yourself. And maybe you've been hurt before like everybody has and you skipped right to helping. So you help everybody else because it makes you feel good, makes you feel like a good person. But then you go home and you have no help for yourself. And then you realize that maybe the only reason you're helping is because you're hurt and you want help. Maybe the reason you are a person that's love everybody else is because you desperately want love for yourself. That might be you. You might reflect on yourself today, and maybe that's why you get burnt out and you give away all your love and you put your love in other people's hands, and now you have to go to other people to feel love because you don't have it. So if we learn how to give that stuff to ourselves first, help ourselves first, heal, and then finally when you've helped somebody heal from the thing that hurt you, that's when life comes full circle. The last level of healing is helping, the last level.
And I'd like to begin by talking about myself. I was born in Ilsan, a city near Seoul, South Korea. It is a really beautiful place with a lake, hills, and even an annual flower festival. I spent a very happy childhood there, and I was just an ordinary boy. I used to look up at the night sky and wonder, and I used to dream the dreams of a boy. I used to imagine that I was a superhero who could save the world. And in an intro to one of our early albums, there's a line that says, "My heart stopped when I was maybe 9 or 10. Looking back, I think that's when I began to worry about what other people thought of me and starting seeing myself through their eyes. I stopped looking up at the night skies, the stars. I stopped daydreaming. Instead, I just tried to jam myself into the malls that other people made. Soon, I began to shut out my own voice and started to listen to the voices of others. No one called out my name, and neither did I. My heart stopped and my eyes closed shut. So, like this, we all lost our names. We became like ghosts. But I had one sanctuary, and that was music. There was a small voice inside of me that said, "Wake up, man, and listen to yourself." But it took me quite a long time to hear music calling my real name. Even after making the decision to join BTS, there were a lot of hurdles. Some people might not believe, but most people thought we were hopeless. And sometimes I just wanted to quit. But I think I was very lucky that I didn't give it all up. And I'm sure that I and we will keep stumbling and falling like this. BTS has become artists performing in those huge stadiums and selling millions of albums right now, but I am still an ordinary 24-year-old guy. If there's anything that I've achieved, it was only possible that I have my other BTS members right by my side, and because of the love and the support that our ARMY fans all over the world made for us. And maybe I made a mistake yesterday, but yesterday's me is still me. Today, I am who I am with all of my faults and my mistakes. Tomorrow, I might be a tiny bit wiser, and that'll be me too. These faults and mistakes are what I am, making up the brightest stars in the constellation of my life. I have come to love myself for who I am, for who I was, and for who I hope to become. I like to say the one last thing. After releasing our Love Yourself albums and launching the Love Myself campaign, we started to hear remarkable stories from our fans all over the world, how our message helped them overcome their hardships in life and start loving themselves. Those stories constantly remind us of our responsibility. So, let's take all one more step. We have learned to love ourselves. So now I urge you to speak yourself. I like to ask all of you, what is your name? What excites you and makes your heart beat? Tell me your story. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your conviction. No matter who you are, where you're from, your skin color, your gender identity, just speak yourself. Find your name and find your voice by speaking yourself. I'm Kim Namjoon and also RM of BTS. I'm an idol and I'm an artist from a small town in Korea. Like most people, I've made many and plenty mistakes in my life. I have many faults and I have many more fears, but I'm gonna embrace myself as hard as I can. And I'm starting to love myself gradually, just little by little. What is your name? Speak yourself. Thank you very much.